Hey, what's up, people? How you doing? This is Ben Herrera coming at you from, Leskovac, Serbia, in South Serbia tonight. Actually, probably today for you guys, because I would imagine probably most people in the United States or America are picking this up. But anyway, it's like 10:30 over here. Good day. What's up? This is good evening, or they, as I say over here, good day for you guys is Dobar dan, and this is Dobar večer. I'm trying to impress you guys with my Serbian, Macedonian, Bulgarian language here. Anyways, Ben, yeah, I'm a former Marvel, DC Image dude, artist. Thought I'd come on tonight and I'm sure a long overdue update, triple threat update, and some other things, and get a little bit, hopefully get a little bit of work done. Also, which I should probably load that up pretty soon. But anyway, hope y'all, all y'all out there are doing well, having a great weekend, and yeah, hope you're having a nice start to your summer. It's pretty hot over here. This is an inland city, far away from the water, so it gets pretty warm here. And especially for me, because I'm renting a house right now and it doesn't have any air conditioning. So thankfully, it's really old, so it has some pretty good insulation. Very very thick old stone walls. So hopefully, so it's keeping things not cold, but it'd be better if I had air conditioning. So if I start sweating, why? Well, it's okay now. I had a bunch of iced coffees today. But anyways, one of the things I wanted to update everybody on is, let me check if I can try to get rid of this screen. Stop screen. There we go. Share some exciting things that happened for me this week. That went through a great friend of mine. Add to stage. Okay, here we go. Name's Mark Vanderwerf. The awesome guy. He's got an awesome business. He's got a great business media platform named Shabam. Anyways, he helped me set up. Finally, was able to stick up my website, Ben Hura Studios, and so I'm really excited about this. It's been a long time coming. But actually, it's my new website. I had this for years ago, but it's been on hiatus for a long time while I was sorting out what to do with it and to redesign it and stuff. So yeah, here it is. So I'm like super excited about it, and just one page, but hey, it's definitely better than nothing. So this is my new Ben Herrera Studios. You could reach this at benherrerastudios.com. Yeah, it's benherrerastudios.com, and just that. And so I was going to say the email is on the site, but you guys are just going to help you right now. I was gonna say I'm gonna probably post this in my in the live stream information, the description. So yeah, this is my Ben Herrera Studios brand spanking new website. So it's home about says this is just the freelance comic book website, because I've done a lot of freelance comic books in my time, and here it's got the about. I'll click on the menu. Yeah, the about section. All the different places I've worked. Been doing the work freelance comic books for over 25 years. I don't want to say exactly how much. No, Marvel, DC Image. I also worked for Rockstar Games, Blowfish Studios. Did Spider-Man and Batman and a few of those other ones. And people seem to really like the fact that I also worked on Red Dead Redemption. That was like one of the last big video games that I worked on years ago. So anyways, that, and then here's the services area. Comic book art, illustration, concept art, and my nice and spiffy portfolio area. And then the triple threat, which I want to talk about, give you some updates on tonight. So yeah, then that one even more. Another exciting one is my BZ Comics website went live. Also, this is kind of like a work in progress though. This is at bzcomics.com, bc-comics.com, and this will be my publishing arm of my cool, awesome comic book section. So I need to put a link to this on Venera Studios website. But anyway, yeah, BZ Comics that went live also. The only thing I'm adjusting this as I every day passes, day by day. But for the most part, it's kind of done. About what our comic book company, my comic company is about, to produce awesome comic books and graphic novels on the move. I say on the move because I move around a lot in Europe, so but that would work well. Kind of as the adventure kind of aspect of it. And so here's the about section, and of course I want this to be like comic section, but right now it's just the only comic I'm working on at the moment is Triple Threat. So there we go on that. And then the main characters: Atlas, Fury, Shrike. I need to do the proper descriptions. These are descriptions left over from Venera Studios website. And here's the preview art for the book. I want to add the pages here soon, but I'm still working on them on the first 7 pages right now. I almost have them done. I'll add them later. And then please, if you want to sign up for the newsletter, you can sign up. I'm going to start getting some newsletters sent out soon. Yes, newsletter, and then the contact information if you need to contact me. These are fully functional. The newsletter and the contact fully functional on this and the Venera Studios website. So yeah, that's the one of the biggest updates that I've had this week. And the other update is I think I'd like to get some work done with you guys while I'm online here. I need to load. Oh wait, let me change. Let me change out to my Clip Studio Paint window. Okay, yeah, so I'll be able to share a little bit more here and hopefully get a little bit of work done as well. Oh, I was doing this I was playing with a logo tonight. I still need to come up with a Triple Threat logo. So this is just a sketch. So I'll let you guys check it out. I'm also considering adding emblems, insignias to my characters' uniforms, but I'm not sure yet. But yeah, this is a one iteration of a logo that I have, Triple Threat. So yeah, I need to maybe do another version with a sample of this new logo. Here's this wasn't really the logo before. This is just a placeholder. But I wanted to get a little bit of work done tonight. Well, I have like almost the first 7 pages done for Triple Threat. I'm still debating how I should start the crowdfunding campaign. If I should just go in with the art that I almost have, like because I should have about 7 pages done soon, and those are going to be all digital. After that, I think from 7 and the rest of the issue is going to be analog. I'm going to draw on draw on paper for the rest of the pages, and maybe do that as a tier reward tier offering. You can get like, the book plus one of the original pages. If you guys would like something like that, let me know, because I thought that would be kind of nice to offer people. And yeah, I need to, yeah, this is, I don't think I've shown these pages recently. These are the pages that I want to put, of course, on the campaign page. And I don't know what platform I'm going to use yet. Probably Indiegogo and maybe Kickstarter, or I might build my own. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is. So yeah, I think I'm going to work on one of the pages tonight, because I had to readjust make some adjustments to the pages to fit. I kind of rewrote the script, so I had to make some adjustments in the first 7 pages, the first 5 pages actually. And yeah, I think I'll do. I'm not sticking too much on the pages because I want to share them later, so I'm going to go pretty quick. But this is, of course, a brand new panel I did. Something else there that I moved to other pages. So I wanted to have, I had to replace the panel with some new art. So I just have to do this. I have to cover pages 2 and 3. Like I made a double page spread out of 2 and 3 because that was a double page spread before. That was this panel here, something here. So in this panel, so because I extended the first 5 pages, so I put it on another page. So there was a double page spread before. Now there is. So I thought it'd be a lot more action oriented. And this whole book starts out with a lot of action. So that's how these guys are screaming and stuff. And then this was originally more panels. So I made it just 3 to fit the story, the new story better. If you pick up the story, you'll understand why Atlas is holding Fury. Let me check. Okay, there it is. Sketch. And then, gosh, I need to do some reference for the story. Some concept design reference. This is the battle armor. This is all part of the story. I mean, not just 5 pages, but there's a reason why I had battle armor in the book. So I put this in there, and I'm going to do more complete designs later. That's one of the tasks I need to do for the project. And what I like to do too is do a art of book, a triple threat concept art book or concept sketch book. Offer that, and that I'd like to put in all of the these art and sketches and pre-production work that I used for the triple threat comic book, and I have a lot of it, promotional pieces and maybe thumbnails and things like that to offer as one of the reward tiers. I thought that because I always love seeing reward tiers or concept art books of movies and stuff. So that would be fun for this. Okay. Yeah. So, anyways, what are some other updates I wanted to? So yeah, right as it stands now, I'm still trying to decide. Yeah, I think I mentioned earlier whether I want to just launch with a few pages, like 7, because I have enough pages to actually launch the project. But then I'm thinking about it might be better if I complete the whole issue, because it's right now as it stands is a 36-page book, and I'm only going to have I almost have 7 pages done, so that'll be like 29 more pages I need to complete, and I can complete it pretty fast if I'm just working on that. But I'm not just working on that. I'm doing other things at the moment. So and plus, I'd like to complete the the issue also, so then I could, I'd like to print and fulfill quickly, so you guys don't have to wait too long to get the book. And that's what I like to do too, especially because this is a 6-issue miniseries, and I really would love to put out the whole 6 issues. No, it's a 5-issue miniseries. Yeah, I canceled one. It ended up being a 5-issue miniseries, and I really love to put it out in a timely manner, and not take too long to put out the book, the whole miniseries, and then hopefully collect it later, like put it out. But yeah, because I love miniseries. I'm used to the monthly books when they come out. It's a comic book fan, and picking up the books on a monthly basis, especially if it's a cool story. Hopefully, you guys will think it's a cool story that you can't wait to pick up. But yeah, and it's I love it. I can't wait till the next issue comes out. So I kind of want to keep that going. I kind of feel going. So yeah, I'd love to. I don't know if I'd be able to, because obviously this is like my first crowdfunding campaign, and the first time I ever had to do anything like this. So I'm still learning a bunch of stuff, but that's my desire anyway. So I'm be really busy. So I think I'd like to, to set up on the right foot. Yes. Anyways, I don't know which one to do yet. Maybe you guys can let me know what you guys think. But I'd like to, have it all done before I launch the campaign, or at least the majority of it done. So maybe working on the last 10 pages during the month the campaign is live. But anyways, I have it all pretty much ready to go. And I also would like to do 36 pages, but I might do it to 48. But I'm also thinking about it's difficult because I want the story to I have to rework the script, and I want the story to end at a certain point at these 36 pages. But I might do a backup, like a 10-page backup story that introduces another project that I'm working on. Because I have I don't know, like 5 more, 8 more, something like a few more projects that I'd love to put out and work on soon as well, not just Triple Threat. I mean, unless like Triple Threat does really well, then I might do another miniseries. But yeah, I have like other miniseries, and I'd like to introduce them in the backup story. Anyway, it's I love. So yeah, that's what I like to do. Like in each issue, have another backup story of another project. So the triple issue 1 of Triple Threat will have one of a 10-page backup story of one of my projects, and issue 2 will have another 10-page backup story of another one of my projects, and so on, all the way through to and then maybe even have like a the fans, you guys can vote and see, out of all the projects, which one you want me to do next. But hopefully, but one step at a time. I got to do the first issue of a Triple Threat first and get that out there. And, anyways, yeah, I love armored soldiers, and that's what these are. These kind of armored soldiers. These kind of like the armored henchman of one of the villains in the story. But I'm a big Iron Man fan. Well, as long as I don't have to draw Iron Man, but a big Iron Man. I love the movie and I love the whole concept of having armor. And so they're in the they're in the story as well with some other a lot of other surprises too. Oh, and I should talk about the story a little bit. Yeah, it's been a while since I brought that up, but the story is basically about three superpowered um, teenagers who were created, genetically created by this. The heroes' names are Atlas. Their code names are Atlas, Fury, and Shrike, and their names kind of like go along with their powers, sort of. But they're created by this one villain, or the main villain, Kaiser Rex, and he, from his name, you could tell he's basically wants to be king. He thinks of himself as king of the world, and I really wanted to go big on this one. And basically, he wants world domination here. And so with a name like Kaiser Rex, which actually comes from Kaiser from Rome, the Roman emperor, and yes, that's and also Rex is I think is Latin for king. So anyways, he finds himself maybe like another Napoleon or something like that. And also I picked Napoleon because this story is set in Europe, and so it has some people have some American citizens in it, but it's the whole thing's set in Europe. And so he fancies it's actually his secret Kaiser's headquarters is going to be in I think it's in Spain. It's a castle in Spain. There's a song about that. I forget who sings that. It's an old song. I don't want to bore you with it. Castles in Spain. Yeah, anyway, so it's in Spain. So he considers himself a king, and he wants to create his own weapons because for him it's all about control. He wants to create his own weapons to help him do that, to conquer the world. But first he's got to there's things in his way. One of the things is the growing superhero threat that's in the world now, and he doesn't like that because they're pretty powerful, and he is a threat to him and his supervillain organization, and he doesn't like that. He wants to be ready for any and all contingencies. So he thought he'd create his own super beings. Why not? He's the king, and everybody should recognize that. So that's one of the reasons he wants to do that, and also because he wants also to take over before that the leadership of the secret criminal worldwide organization. They're not the only one, but they're one of the best, one of the more powerful ones in the world. And right now, it's the Monarch, the name of their leader, but he, of course, thinks he should be in control. So, anyways, he creates these three superpowered weapons, teenage weapons. But they are once they're created, and they are training for him, and he's showing them off and also using them to sell to the highest bidder as well. They realize that they don't like him, and they're also they're a living organism, and they're realizing that living organism has life, and they want their life instead of being totally at his command, totally his disposal. And they don't like him, and they don't like his plans, his world domination plans. So they end up the weapon, and his weapon ends up being turned on himself. Kaiser's on himself, and so they go from being his weapons to his enemies. from its allies to its enemies, and but since their creation, they have to learn, how to not just fight for their lives, but fight for their family, because these people suddenly become a family because they realize they only they have each other. They're created. They have obviously a shared experience, and yeah, so they end up having to learn how to be a family and survive and be heroes all at the same time, because Kaiser Rex is not going to, take the sitting down. So he ends up, obviously he's the villain. So he ends up, needing them and getting offended because how dare his created subjects rebel. And along the way, there's characters like the actual scientists that created the process to create them. And then Kaiser Rex has a right-hand woman named Violet, who is his second in command, his personal bodyguard. Who, anyways, there's so many characters in it. That's all. I guess that's all I want to say for right now. But it's going to be super exciting. There's all the fun stuff I love to draw: superheroes, action, adventure, awesome villain. The whole concept of family and who you kind of can pick for your family. Adventure, international intrigue. That's again, they're in Europe, and I love Europe. I love traveling, and so because I love traveling so much, I wanted to include that in the story, because I've been living and traveling around Europe for the past 10 years, and it's made a huge impact on me. The people, the history, the culture. As like I said, right now I'm in Serbia, and in a couple weeks I'd like to move to Macedonia. More on that later. So yeah, I like to inject that. That's a part of the story. Grotesque creatures and fighting and armor. Powered armor. Like akin to Iron Man. As you can tell, it's in the story. As you can tell a little bit from getting glimpses of the pages, starts off with a lot of action. I'm always a fan of stories starting off with just jumping right into the mix of things, and the reader or the viewer has to catch up, and a lot of awesome, cool stuff to catch up on in the story. Yeah, so all the stuff I love is going to be. I'd love it to be in this series. What are the things? I said creatures and high tech stuff, Europe, history. Because like I said, he paints himself like an Napoleon or Kaiser or what is it? Charlemagne. Maybe not so much Charlemagne. Clovis, the one the dude who started France. Franks, Charlemagne. Gosh, there's so many people in history he grabs from, but he just kind of, the villain Kaiser Rex just kind of views himself as all of those things, and his sidekick, or his second in command bodyguard Violet, is there to help him. She's awesome too, man. She's like a Black Widow and just like a stylish Black Widow. Yeah. She's just like super tough and awesome with weapons, amazing fighter, and stylish. Gotta have style when you're in Europe. Gotta have style. Let me bring up some of those other concept designs. I'll show you the original designs of Triple Threat. I'll have Atlas first. No, I'll do the new ones. Yeah, I'll show the new ones of the main characters again. So here's Atlas. Fury. As you can tell, her name is Mina Ivanova. So she's definitely a European, or at least Eastern European. I might change the name again. I'm still working with stuff. Um, I might change all their names again. But right now, this is Mina. I love Slavic names. They're awesome. Wait, oops. And this guy is Antoine Corbin, aka Shrike. And the first one is Gabriel Ramirez, Spanish, of course. Well, I'm not quite sure if he's Mexican or if he's Spanish. Anyways, as you can tell, he's kind of big. He's the strong man of the group. He can also like grow really kind of pretty tall, and he has some other powers. The leader, and Fury, she has like super like heat powers. I think they're heat powers. I'm still debating on what I'm going to do. Kind of like Sunfire from Marvel, and you know it kind of goes along with her personality and stuff. Fury. I think wait a second. I think I did an update on her. No, I didn't do an update on her goggles. I thought I. Anyways, I didn't do an update. I was meant to update her goggles. And if I didn't, then I will do that later. And then Shrike. Oh wait, I already put Shrike up. Yeah, he is the like martial artist acrobat of the group. With this cape wings. I'm a huge fan of like Gotcha Man. When I was a kid, loved those Battle of the Planets, and so that's where I got inspiration for his costume. So he can kind of glide. He can't fly, but he can glide. And all of them have powers. He has some heightened strength, and the strong as Atlas, of course. But they all three have some heightened strength and invulnerable. Like they're tough, not invulnerable, but they got thick skin, kind of slightly impervious to things, and he's got super speed, not like the Flash, but he's just like kind of like Spider-Man speed. He's really fast, and he's an awesome fighter. I just changed his costume look too, but that'll be in next iteration. So he'll a slightly different costume, but it's pretty much what it is. And then this is the old concept for Kaiser Rex, and I'm adjusting him. I'm gonna cut his hair and give him a little bit different clothing, especially since he's going to really lean into his name. His fashion's going to really go with his name, Kaiser Rex, befitting his name. Yeah, garb befitting his name. Here's Violet. I'm going to change her a little bit, but she's pretty much the same. As you can tell, very fashionable. But she's going to be pretty much the same. I'm just going to change a couple things on it. So that's the second in command. And it's bodyguard. This is the scientist, Dr. Jonathan Yoshida, who came up with a process, and it's kind of like a family figure, a father figure to the heroes, to the teenagers. There's another scientist I created, and again updated for the story. Her name's Diana Prentice, although I think I might change it because that name's a little bit familiar to me, but it's very familiar actually. Yeah, that's a placeholder. Yeah, because that was the name of a Wonder Woman in the 1970s show. Diana, I think it was Diana Prentice. And then I'm going to redesign this one. This is Kaiser Rex henchman. Every bad guy's got to have a henchman. And I was really inspired by henchmen from the Gotcha Man series. Um, but I'm going to change it a little bit because it kind of like feels like it's got an A there, and it's not. Obviously, his name's not A. It's Kaiser Rex. So I might put like I need another insignia. And of course, this is the battle armor. Move that back there. And I think, then this is Emiliano, another villain in the story, Emiliano Cortez. This is actually the rival of Kaiser Rex. He has a rival organization. They're both vying for dominance and leadership of the secret shadow organization. But he's got his own like little group, and Kaiser has his own little group. And anyways, they do not like each other. And he's the one that helped develop the in the beginning of the story. He's there to as in the beginning of the battle story of the he developed the armor. His guys, his group, his team developed the armor. Basically, each team come up with a way to battle the superhero menace. To them, it's a menace. This is an old. I'm redesigning Emiliano as well. He had a different name before. He used to be Esteban. Now it's Emiliano, and it's going to have a whole different design. So that's what I got to do. Anyways, I want to put all these in the sketchbook for the reward tiers. Other reward tiers I'd like to have is like a poster, trading cards. I love trading cards. I might do like a manga version of the comic book, just and do like legit the way manga black and whites are done. I don't just want to desaturate the colors. I want it to have a specific look for the manga version, and so I might do that because I'm a big manga fan, at least of the old stuff. My favorite is, Masamune Shiro with Appleseed, Ghost in the Shell. I love that stuff. Of course, Katsuro Otomo with Akira, of course. And then, other Masamune Shiro books like Dominion and other books too. Anyways, there's a lot. So I'm really a big fan. So I might do that. I might do like sketch covers for reward tiers, or maybe add-ons or something. Maybe original sketches. Have a tier for that. It'll be limited supply, of course. So yeah, those are some ideas. I still have yet to make a decision. And I also was gonna, I wanted to launch this book in August, but I don't think I'm gonna make it, especially because I'm still deciding whether when I'm gonna, how much of the book I want to complete. I really would love to complete the whole book and not just start out with not just launch with 7 pages. If I did 7 pages plus a few, I want to have variant covers. That's also reward tiers. So I have those. Those will be ready. But I don't know. I want to launch now, but I also want to wait for. So yeah, so I don't think it's going to come out in August. Basically, what I'm saying. So, but it also gives me more time to get online and like share the whole thing as the progress with you guys. Where is the armor? Ishida. Yeah, her name used to be Kira, but is now. It is now Violet. Obviously, for obvious reasons. I mean, well, one obvious reason, her color, but the other one, I have another reason, which I'm going to talk about in the story, why I changed your name to Violet and not Kira anymore. wait, I gotta pick. I know what page I'm missing. I'm missing page 1. It has all the reference that I want on it. Anyways, I'm kind of going a little bit slower than I normally would on this book because this is like I'm still getting used to talking and working at the same time. Of course, I talk a lot. I got a big mouth sometimes, but not when I'm working. Usually, I'm just thinking in my head, or streaming Hulu, or some YouTube business thing. But instead of talking, so please bear with me. Sometimes there might be dead space because I need to concentrate on something. Okay, here's. Wait. I need to get reference for the. Yeah, reference for. This is page 1. I need to post these soon so you guys can check out the pages. I got to do that. Yeah, it's immediately the people in the armor are going through a like war-torn area, checking, searching for something, and in their armor, got a pull close-up shot or a medium close-up, medium shot. Yeah, up, medium shot. I love dynamic angles and stuff. Medium shot, close up. She's like, "What's up, man? Where do we have a read on the target?" It says, "Yes, we have it." And then kaboom, kablam. I don't know, do some kind of sound effects. So I just needed this because I needed the reference, the armor reference. I should put that over here. Huh, where did I put the page? Oh, here we go. No, yeah. I'm also going to be talking about control. I'm not Kaiser Rex, believe me. I'm going to be also I'm going to be writing, penciling, inking, coloring, and lettering the book. Yeah, so do all of it. I might get another letterer, but I really would love to do lettering on my own book. I'd love to do all of it, like kind of like John Byrne. I mean, he was doing like all of that stuff, writing, pencil, inking, and lettering. He didn't color, but he did the rest of it almost pretty much. And yeah, I would love to be able to do all of it myself. Hopefully my letters will be great. If not, then I'll definitely get a letterist and have a great one. But so yeah, I like to do all of it myself. The script's already done. I want to review it again, but the script's already done, and the whole 5 issues are already plotted out. So I know it's going to be happening in each issue. Like I said, I have the first 5 pages done. No, 7 pages, almost done. I'm working on page 1, 2, 4 right now. I think I just need to finish. And I would, the pages are colored by this awesome colorist named Emmanuel Ordaz Torres. He colored them for me, years ago when I first did these pages. But I have since changed the color palette to the book. So yeah, I need to redo the colors. um, of the first 5 pages. And I want to give it a really cool, kind of like anime cell shaded kind of feel, kind of look to the colors. But I'm gonna check out how that will look. But I'd love to do that. Have that just kind of a feel, and like I love the feel of turning on the streaming or watching a cool anime like Ghost in the Shell or whatever. I love that palette. But just how I've always loved how the anime colors were. Except the only difference is it's not going to be painted backgrounds. It's going to be like cell shaded, all of it. And all the anime they have, shows and cartoons or whatever. They're animes. Yeah, that is a cartoon. Have all have painted backgrounds. I don't want to do that. I want it all to be cell shaded. So, and I want a certain color palette. It's kind of similar to that one Netflix show or cartoon or game, Cyberpunk, sort of. It's like got an edgy, darker, like saturated feel. None of the colors are really muted or desaturated. But yeah, it's going to be. Really want it to have like an edgy, gritty kind of feel. I also want to give it the kind of feel like an edgy feel, but a fun feel. Like I was like creating comic books, the same kind of feeling I had when I created comic books as a kid. I kind of want that feel too to this book because I've had this story for years, and I would love to wax nostalgic with it and do yeah. I would like except it'll be of course better quality, different style, but that's why I'm also playing around with maybe drawing the original pages on 1-to-1 100% printed comic book size. I do a lot of the work that way anyway. I do a couple reasons. One, it helps because I have a smaller scanner, and then it's easy to pack and take with me when I travel around. I could take the pages to like a copy store, but I had like a really bad experience one time at a copy store. I went to scan a page and get it put on a thumb drive, and the people put there was they didn't know this, but they had a virus. They also uploaded a virus to the thumb drive, and that was not fun. So but so it's convenient to just scan it myself, my own scanner. And since I'm traveling, it's easy for me to carry that scanner, travel with it, because I got to move around like every 3 months. Um, to a new place, which reminds me, I'd love to visit Albania this summer. Maybe I'll get a chance to do that. Haven't been there yet. And in case any of you wants to know, they let Americans stay in Albania for like a year, just their passport. They don't need a visa. Not that you guys would, but anyways, I'm that's in my mind because I haven't been there yet, and I'd love to visit for a few reasons. I'm thinking about moving there for a while. Um, this is not as I don't normally do this sketchy, but it's because again I'm still getting used to streaming and talking and thinking at the same time. This selection is not working the way I need it to, but because my CPU is on overdrive right now because I have so many windows open. Yeah, it's got to catch up. I should save this page. So yeah, I'm just drawing these characters on here. They just got surprised. They were hunting our teenage heroes, and they just got the drop on them. The teenage triple threat just got the drop on them, and they're getting attacked and showing, demonstrating how awesome they are. All right, it's working. Now my CPU is getting taxed. Dang it, yes. It's gotta work. It's just a selection. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah. There we go. You're like, what the heck? Oh yeah, sometimes I like to do this show and I'll work on some heavy Atomo pages. Because that's coming out like way before this triple threat. That's I'm working on right now with Scribe Rosario Perone, or as they say in Italy, Perone. So yeah, he's created an awesome series, giant robots, kaiju, um, evil aliens, evil secret agents, and I mean like it's amazing. It's love, intrigue, romance, intrigue. So yeah, so I'll have to show that as well. Oops, a little bit too high. And yeah, so both the triple threat and heavy tomo has all the things I love to draw. And when you work on something that you love to draw, it's like more fun, exciting. But also got to step it up, man, because I've been putting off launching triple threat for a long time. I need to just so that's what I got to do next. I got to come up with a launch date. Like I said, it was going to be in August, but I'm not going to make August, especially because I'm still deciding um, how much of the book I want completed for the launch. Yeah, again, I'm still deciding either launch with a few pages or launch with all of them. I think like I would mostly love to just launch with all of them done, the whole issue done, and then along the way, let you guys check out the work along the way. That's what I would like to do the most. The other reason I want to launch quickly is because I'm excited about this thing and I want to get it out to you guys. And, but yeah, probably the better way would be to finish, and then I'll come out on a consistent basis after that. Like I would love to be like on a quarterly schedule with the book. I mean, I know I can do that, like with just production side of it. But what's all big and different for me is the business side. I haven't ever published before anything. I've just done the work, produced a comic book, so I can do that. So you guys know, but I still have to sort of the publishing side and the business side and the yeah, the whole business side of things. You get the whole reward tier set up, the page set up, and fulfillment. But I think I found like I said, Mark Vanderwerf, he's my friend. I could like run the whole business through there. He has this awesome site called Shabam, that where I set up my website in. Can keep track of things, organize the project in there. Um, um, I might even be able to build my own crowdfunding, you know, platform just for BZ Comics and producing these books. Um, so I'll handle all my social media, you know, through there, emails, yeah, all of it, all the stuff I can do in there, so to help make things a heck of a lot easier. Yeah, probably gonna have to stop soon because yeah, this using too much CPU usage. That's another thing it doesn't do when I'm drawing on paper. There's no CPU. But anyways, everything has pluses and minuses, pros and cons. I'd like doing both. I think I enjoy drawing on paper more, but I you know a little more than digital. But I can do both. And then digital, you know, you color in, you can fix mistakes quickly. But the only thing is with digital is you don't have any original pieces. And I would love to have original pages. Okay, the sketch for this panel is done. Right now, I might stick some. Six, a little bit of background in there. Oh, I've been on for like an hour. Okay, time flies when you're having fun. Maybe I should do it a little bit lower. The buildings aren't that high. Yeah, a little bit lower. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the buildings weren't just that are not that high behind him. They're not like in a city, like they're like in a city street, but it's like a small city. It's not, or a town, or here like a village. No, it's a small city. It's not like downtown, a big city. Yeah, there we go. There. Yeah, so just have to complete these two dudes. Um, just have to complete these two dudes. Um, and then this page will be done. And then the only other page I have to finish. Yeah, up to page 7. This one's already done. Yeah, yeah, page 7. This is page 7. And this one, you just have to finish this bottom panel because the other panels are done. Shrek's attacking him. They defeat the armored dudes, and Atlas is like trying to is protecting his friend, his other well, right now they're colleagues, no, not colleagues, they're teammates, whatever. Covered. Anyways, you'll pick up the book, you'll find out their relationship. So yeah, those are the pages, and I think that's all the work I'm going to do for. Wait. I think even this is still too big. Yeah, I think I probably well, the more and more I do this, the um yeah, there we go. More and more I get used to drawing and talking, and hopefully be faster. So I want to finish the pages faster than this because I can. Not that I just draw everything fast, and I didn't even say that, but I do like to, complete it, the pages in a timely manner. Kind of, my philosophy is do the best you can in the time you have, and then you keep improving as you go with that quality and time and meeting deadlines. And I got to give myself a deadline to complete this thing, or else it'll be a long time. It's also more fun for me to have to give myself a deadline and finish it faster, because I love how the book comes out that way. Kind of have happy accidents. I'm completing the book and then knowing it's getting done, checking out the progress, and then starting the next book. Like I said, this one is a 5-issue miniseries, and the next I think every project that I have is going to be a 5-issue miniseries. So I would love to jump on to the next one as soon as I can. So, to do it, put it out and also find out what you guys think of it. Sorry, I gotta turn up the TV. It's it's playing Serbian shows right now, so I'm trying to I remember it'd probably be a good idea if I listened to more Serbian TV so I can learn Serbian. Because I rarely get a chance to do that. I'm always like streaming to Hulu or something like that, and it's in English all the time. Odlično. That means excellent. Excellent. Party time. Who knows what movie that came from? I don't even remember what that movie came from. What that no what I don't even remember what movie that was in. Okay. The sketch for that is done. I just need to start and do the inks, which I don't think I'm going to do now. So I can check if somebody left me a message. Hmm. How's the weather where you guys are at? Like I said earlier, hopefully over here it's really, really hot. But still not like as hot as like Phoenix or whatever, thankfully. But it does get. And I don't have any air conditioning in my car either. I gotta fix that. I think I'm gonna take it next week. Okay. What else did I want to? Know what I would like to do now. Oh man, that was not colored. I think I would like to maybe draw out a violet. Nah, I mean, hers is a very small change, but hmm. Yeah, I don't really have, but she's just so fun. I'm just thinking because I want to change. What I'm going to change in violet is her hair color. Just want to turn it from black to purple. But that's an easy switch when I do the concept design sheet. Oh wait, which I can. I guess that's what I can do now. Okay, I can. I brought this. Oh yeah, I did change her goggles. I just didn't do it in the final JPEG render. That's it. And now I'm copying Fury's file and creating a violet file. Anyways, hopefully all this stuff you guys think is pretty cool to follow the triple threat progress. So that's what I like to continue to do. So you can, you know, follow along if you're if you like that kind of stuff, but also know that that the work is getting done, and hopefully you'll be getting excited about it because I'm pretty excited about it. Yeah, my machine's running slow right now because so many windows are open and I can't restart or else I have to stop the screen. I'll just do the best that I can right now. Okay. So I'm just preparing this file for Violet's artwork. I'm going to draw a violet and violet. That's another cool thing about this. You can pick colors quickly to draw with or whatever. You can't do with pencil, but that's okay. I still love drawing in pencil. And hopefully you guys will like getting the original pages. And also that's how I do the pages. I like just draw them in pencil. So you guys, if you get the tiers, it'll be original pencil pages, no inks, because I scan the pencils in and just, I don't digitally ink. I mean, a little bit I do, but I just like play with the levels and darken out the pencils in Clip Studio Paint. I just love the way that that looks on the page, on the printed page. It looks like inks because they're dark, black, but they still have that pencil sketchy feel. And that's the feel I love having on my pages. At first, when Joe Madureira did that, like a bunch of years ago, like on Ultimates and stuff, I wasn't a big fan because at the time, because I just loved the inks, how dark inks were. But also I realized because he colored in all the black areas, and I don't do that. What I do is I leave those areas open and I fill them digitally. So all the blacks are real, full black. And the lines are black because they play with the pencil lines and they the levels in there, so they darkens the lines up. So it totally looks like inks and it's just pencils. Plus, I like having pencils, original pages. I might do inks too. I don't know. Anyway, that's how I've been doing. Let me know if you guys like that kind of stuff. What do you guys like your original pages to be like, or does it matter? And again, like I said, I love drawing. 100% of the printed page. She's an awesome, like, feminine yet tough yet feminine character. Lethal, deadly, and beautiful. All rolled up into one. It's having difficulty finding like an all Serbian channel. They're like subtitled in Serbian. In English, it doesn't do me any good. I might try and I want to stay at that. I'm going to do a like the other ones. I'm going to do a 3/4 front view and a 3/4 back view, and then large head view. Close some of the other windows. Maybe it'll help it run faster. I gotta get some music to stick on here. I have some like royalty-free music or whatever you call it, like licensed music, but I try to play it through the Real Media Player, and it's too loud on the live stream. I can't play it over my phone because the only things on my phone is unlicensed or licensed music, like or whatever it is, music I'm not supposed to play. Okay, maybe that'll help speed things up a little bit. And I love doing drawing or thinking of Violet when she was great to design, because I love these kinds of characters. You know, like I said, Black Widow is one of my favorite characters, and you know, female superheroes like that. But then also, Violet's very fashionable, so that's another. I love fashion, so that's another thing I'm excited to draw her. I gotta figure out her height. I originally kind of patterned her after this character in Transporter 3, and she's like super tall, and like short blonde hair. I don't know if any of you saw that, but that was one of the inspirations for it was the inspiration for this character. But I wanted Violet to be more elegant. That other one is she's just like super tall and like very masculine, and Violet is not at all that way. Even though, you know, I kind of patterned the villain a little bit after the main villain in Transporter 3. So they kind of go together. But yeah, I love the bodyguard woman in Transporter 3. She's awesome. Anybody have that's not a, like, I call it not one of my favorite movies, but I did kind of like it. I just love the characters in the story. So yeah, I don't even remember her name, but she was pretty violent. She was pretty intense. Her main thing was machine guns, some automatic weapons. Violet has that too, but she also has blades. She's a martial artist. But maybe she'll be like I don't know. I don't want her to be short. Maybe she'll be like 5'8", so tall for a girl, but not for a guy. The girl in Transporter 3, she's like 6 foot. That's not at all. I don't want her that tall. Like Violet is tall, so she's imposing, but not like massively so. She's tall for a girl, but her imposing comes from, you know, how like intense, you know, she is. How you know, like, yeah, she's just tough. So there's the layout of. Hmm. I think she's two. Yeah, she's two turned to the side. I wanted to show more of the front. Um, yeah, there we go. I want to open up. And in Europe, they wear a lot of scarves. So I realize why they do, man. It's a lot colder over here than a lot of places in the United States. So, and again, they're fashionable, so they do a lot of scarves over here, even when it's not hot. They have scarves in the springtime or other parts of the year. Anyway, so she has a scarf. I think I'm going to change the scarf to black or gray. Yeah, gray. And her hair to purple. Yeah, and she's actually French, so she's not like the. You know what? I don't know what the like. She's not like the Black Widow where she's Russian also. Violet is French, hence the name. Like Violet is not a Slavic name. No, wait, it is. It is. It is. Never mind. It is Slavic name, but not the way I pronounce it. Like in a Slavic way to pronounce it is Violette. You know what? That might even be the French way to pronounce it. Anyways, I'm going to find out the correct way to pronounce it and the correct French way, and that's the way that Violet's name is going to sound. She's got a long neck. It's awesome when women have long necks. I have to put in these perspective lines as a guide. And I want to pose her like, she's a really dynamic pose, even though she's just standing there. I love the way like Arthur Adams poses people. He really like gives in like the superhero attitude. It's the kind of feel I like to give my characters standing. That's the kind of style I want. I love like the simplistic, powerful, the superhero, what I call the superhero style feel. So they're my favorite thing to draw. Superheroes, science fiction, action, adventure, secret agents, that kind of stuff. All the kind of books I love to draw. Fantasy, not a lot of fantasy, but I have some fantasy stories that I want to work on. They're like, but it's not your like regular fantasy, like with elves and stuff. I don't have anything against elves, but none of my stories have elves. But the fantasy, one of them. Yeah, one. Yeah, this is really slow, or else I'd be working a lot faster on this. Hopefully, I'll fix it for next time. Yeah, as you can tell, she has got knives and guns. think she's tall. Yeah. I think. Okay, yeah. She's 5'8". Yeah, she's around there. She wasn't a short girl, but she wasn't too tall either. Anyway, I think that's all I'm gonna do right now. It's get off live streaming because I'm kind of getting annoyed at. I gotta go to sleep over here. It's after midnight. Plus, I'm kind of getting annoyed with how slow my machine is running. Need to close some things. But anyways, I wanted to start off. Hopefully, you guys. I hope you guys like this live stream, and I definitely want to do more like this. So. To have fun hanging out with you guys. Plus, like I said, I live by myself all the time. It's great to interact with you guys. Anybody wants to drop in comments would be awesome, which would be much welcome, much appreciated. I work most of the time alone by myself anyway, so it'd be nice to have some people to chit chat with, and especially when I don't go to cafes. I love going to cafes too, but I haven't been the last couple of days because I've been kind of lazy, and it's been really hot. But maybe I'll do that too. It'd be awesome to live stream from a cafe. All right, I'm heading out now. Hope you have y'all have a great week. If you guys have any comments, suggestions about this live stream, let me know. And otherwise, I'll catch you in the next one. You guys have a great week. Stay cool, and catch you in the next video. Ciao.